a lot of people say, oh, well, he's money hungry, he's looking at money and he's trying to cash out and this and that. I've been getting money for years. I've been getting millions for years. Yeah. And I'm not stupid with my money. Right. As you can see, I don't buy no Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and, you know what I mean, walk around with 100 people around me and I got all this jewelry.
Does he win? Can he beat him? Can he beat Canelo? Is his skill so much that he's able to bridge the weight classes?
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the...
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel...
Of course, yeah. I like Terence. I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight.
Crawford is going to fight Canelo, because even if I have some doubts and misgivings about the size matchup, it is two action fighters who like to fight aggressively at times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
What's up, boxing fans? Let's talk about the potential super fight that has the whole world buzzing. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. Canelo, the reigning king at 168, has dominated bigger fighters and captured titles in 4 weight classes.
All the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that.
Feint the right hook. Come on.
Alvarez thinks you're not a 54-pounder. In other words, you say, nah, he's too small.
That's his take. There's a reason why Israel was so respectful in the fight. Anytime I let my hands go, he would grab me or move. For the bigger guy, you should have been walking me down. You should have been bullying me. Canelo can say, what do you say?
He just doesn't feel like you're...
Every time I see him, he'd come and be like, Canelo.
Yeah, you know how Billy do it too, yeah.
Every time, I'll be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at like, okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time it started hitting me like, oh.
But now, Terence "Bud" Crawford, the current pound-for-pound #1, wants to jump 2 divisions to take him on. Canelo isn't sold. He says Crawford's too small for the challenge, claiming he's not a real 154-pounder, let alone a super middleweight.
So many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that...
For Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that, because you say, your matchup is coming out of the other weight classes, and that's it, and he's welterweight, so don't make sense. But if the fight made sense.
And you can see the same tendencies that Canelo has now, but he's a lot older now. But I just think that Terence have more skills than Lara, and I think he can do more. And you're saying that, Canelo is a super strong.
But Bud isn't intimidated. His response? He bleeds just like me? Crawford may be giving up size, but not skills. He's faster, sharper, and has a reach advantage.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter. And I always say that, no disrespect him. But, sometimes it's a little crazy that people talking about a small fighter like Charlo. He's big, which he is big. And everybody's talking about if I'm...
Bud is definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots.
Boots is one of my favorite.
It's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on is Bud. Because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he can...
Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be...
Plus, many believe Canelo is slowing down in the later rounds. Fighters like Sean Porter and Andre Ward believe Crawford has the edge in intelligence, stamina, and movement.
Get the guy before you get got. And so, that's the art of the game of boxing. It's about how you going to proceed to take it from him, but finding a way how to take it from him. If you just as strong as me, and you just as fast as me, I know I just can't run up there any kind of way. Because can't nobody run from me that any kind of way, because they going to get it. Absolutely. And so, this going to be a technical fight that both of these guys got
like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce, and you said, the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away." Tell me about that.
Yes, I don't know. Yes, wasn't used to having money. It's what I had was, you're not accustomed to that shit, man.
Mike, Canelo Crawford. Crawford's in the building. Canelo fights this weekend. What do you think of that fight?
Where's the fight gonna be at?
Well, they say in Vegas, maybe in September, but Canelo's got to get through.
What do you say? I said Crawford too. It's really a pick'em fight. I'm just interested. I'm gonna be happy.
Still, this isn't just a technical fight. It's a legacy fight. Crawford has already been undisputed in 2 divisions. Canelo's been in wars at 175. And let's be honest, this isn't about belts. It's about who's the best fighter in the world, pound for pound.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. Big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. It ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show.
Fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So
it's what's going on in that situation, and can that happen next?
We shall see. Who knows?
That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man. We can't say it's not gonna happen.
Now 10-0 at super middleweight, but largely untouchable at this weight class. Why do you believe that you're the man to knock him off?
Because I'm the best. That's why. That's why everybody gonna come and watch September 12th.
All right, bud. Good luck on September 12th.
Some think Crawford is chasing a payday. Others think Canelo is dodging real threats. But one thing's certain. If this fight happens, it's going to be one for the history books.
And technique, you already know. If you ever wrestled before, the person that got better technique usually win. It don't matter how much the weight they have or what they're carrying around. It's the technique. Crawford knows how to take care of himself. He knows how to smother. He knows how to tie up. He knows how to rough guys up. He knows how to turn guys. He understands weight distribution, man. Not only that, the only way that I see Canelo beating Crawford is he got to...
We start arguing about basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You got to really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So, skill...
They never let us down, bro. It will be a tough one today, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll be Canelo.
Who are you rooting for?
Crawford.
Everyone
wants to know what you're going to do to Jake Paul in a few months' time.
So who wins, Canelo's power or Crawford's precision? Drop your prediction in the comments. And if you love real boxing talk, hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, keep your guard up and your mind sharp.